Welcome back to Redbeard RPG and Starfield. Doing things a little different this week. We're going to have some extra Starfield episodes, but that's because Shattered Space dropped this week. Real quick, we are going to talk to the ambassador.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
Spaceport's in rough shape, but not much else was damaged.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later.
Indeed.
Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code.
Indeed,
So
that's what I'm here
the
for.
UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
You are correct, sir.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement.
I just saved your life, dude.
For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
Sure, you have my word.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
All right, his was, after we saved his life, was pretty straightforward.
Let's hope it still works.
Looks like it's working.
And there. Let it be used for good.
Oh, thank you. Alrighty. Is there like a fast way out of here? Where's that go? Just the bathroom? Okay, can't open that. What if I talk to him again?
I will not have House Varun be known only for slaughter.
Yeah, that ain't it. How in the heck? I gotta run all the way back through. There's gotta be a storeroom key line around here somewhere that's not considered stealing, right? Um. Nope, I don't see it, dang. I'm sure you can find that storeroom key somewhere, but if I put as much time in finding it as it would take just to run back, then that's not really very helpful, then, is it? I want to go up and over the floor. Doesn't look like it. Oh, that's not it. This the way? Yeah, it looks like this is it. I should at some point get a distress call, and that's what triggers shattered space. Maybe I gotta get in my ship for that. Not entirely sure how to trigger that.
Prices on raw materials have really dropped lately.
Where the heck is that? Oh, because I gotta go in here, then downstairs.
On the record?
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop alien attacks on the city.
We'll keep rolling with this for the moment.
You don't need to wear your helmet in here. You know that, right?
Pardon?
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement.
Code pieces from House Varun and Freestar collected and ready to be deployed.
So the old man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Okay.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of men.
I'm getting the feeling you like have to be in your ship. Let's do that real quick. Well, that didn't seem to trigger it. Hmm. I guess we'll just keep rolling along with this until it gets triggered. That's my understanding is you're supposed to get a distress call, and that's what triggers the Shattered Space quest line.
The ancient teachers of this science.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the Archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units.
Okay.
Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin. All codes verified. Unlock engaged. You may proceed, Captain.
Okay, we got Terramorph data. Um, that's right.
There you are. Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Okie dokie.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready.
I made a promise to Hardin. You assure me this data will be used for good?
Yes. It will be.
I don't like that
Percival
hesitation.
and I have done our damage. This is us starting to put some things right.
Okay, well, there you go.
Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Come on. Maybe when I travel to Mars, maybe then it'll trigger the distress call and we can switch to shattered space. I definitely want to see what it's all about.
My man is not gonna be happy.
I'm gonna be blunt, Deputy. I don't really care that much about UC citizenship. It's a nice view, though.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
Sure.
Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
Sure.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms?
I guess so.
Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Oh boy, I'm never gonna go to Mars. That is, I would just go and take off and see what happens, but I don't actually know if that'll trigger the quest line or not. Then I just might be wandering around space, not doing the right thing.
Logging authorized entry. Unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor.
Yeah, the way these doors open is super dangerous. Couldn't imagine doors working like this in real life.
Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get, which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
Given the amount of security, I'd say you're someone pretty important or dangerous.
Perceptive. I like that. I'm Francois Fanon, but most know me as Vivictus.
Oh, you're the bad guy,
I was
eh?
an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable. valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
Yeah, that's not good that UC's been lying all this time.
Captain, please. There are no clean hands in galactic politics. We all do what we must to keep ourselves safe. Which, right now, means finding a way to protect the United Colonies and beyond from additional terramorph attacks. An effort you and my progeny Hadrian have already made impressive progress on. And I'd like to help. Though I am curious. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
Yeah, she told me you're a clone. Or she's a
Did
clone.
she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
Yeah, just say what you gotta say. I don't
After
really
so
trust you
long
very
years
much.
earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the colony war. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
Oh boy. Just spit it out.
Gladly. There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the colony war ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
All right. How about I arrest him and turn him over to UC?
You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it.
I don't plan on killing anybody, but if he's actually as bad as you claim, I'll bring him to justice.
If that's what you require to sleep at night, so be it. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria, Wolf System. There's a star station in the vicinity, the Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Okie dokie. There's not another way out over there.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
There it is. How do I have two map markers? Speak to the deputy and let her know what's going on? I guess let's do that. That's probably the right thing to do.
Howdy.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
I was not prepared for that.
Surprised me too when I learned it. But the prisoner has proven useful over the years, and kept far from any major decision-making. But I do think it's worth re-emphasizing. No one else can know about this. All right?
I'll keep it to myself.
Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's
Oh, yeah?
not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing?
The prisoner asked me to deal with Dr. Orlace. I figured you and I should talk about it.
Dr. Reginald Orlace? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlace is completely out of the question. But bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return?
Location of Hardin's old research team members.
Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting?
Nope. I guess I gotta go get him. I don't see why. They could send like regular UC security after him. But I guess I'll take care of it. He's one star system over and they couldn't find him. Yeah, I'm out in space. I still haven't got the distress call. I wonder if I have to be in like a certain area or something. Come on, let me dock. There we go.
Look who's back. You got something quick? Kinda busy at the moment.
Reginald Orlace. I heard you might know him.
Orlace. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell me about him?
Former UC scientist wanted for war crimes.
Seriously? Out here? Surprised they didn't send out a general notice he's in town. Though, I guess there's less a chance he bolts if they keep it hush. But I expect we would have heard something... Wait. The Warlock! There's been rumor of a ship out there for years now. Doesn't respond to hails, never docks. More than a few amateur investigators have tried to find it. And at least 2 never came back. Aetherius debris fields are plenty dangerous if you're not used to flying in them. But if you're suggesting it might not have been the fields that got them, well, I can give you the coordinates of the Warlock's last sighting. Can't think of a better spot your Orlace might be hiding.
I'll take him.
Sure thing. Here, this should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
I heard you're fluent in over 2 dozen.
Where is my map mark? Is can't seem to target that. There it is. Alright, and unfortunately, I think we're going to have to deal with him next time. That's really unfortunate I didn't get the distress call that's supposed to trigger Shattered Space, but hopefully we'll get it here soon enough. Thank you all so very much for watching. Have a good one.